Hey everybody, it's me Blanche and welcome back to Feast in the Middle East. I am going to do another recipe for my South African series. Now for those who did not see the last episode, I am dedicating videos to the country of South Africa for their stance on human rights for the Palestinian people. I'm incredibly grateful to the country and to the people, so this is my way of honoring and thanking this beautiful country. Now this is a special episode because we are going to be making dessert. We are going to be making a peppermint crisp fridge tart. Now peppermint crisps are actually a very popular confection in South Africa. They are a mint chocolate bar, but to basically blend the friendship of South Africa and Palestine, since I don't have this kind of candy here, I decided I was going to use Alibaba bars. Now Alibaba bars, they're made in Palestine and they sell them at my local Middle Eastern market, but they also sell them at Amazon as well. They're like a Kit Kat, but instead of 4 sections, it's got one nice piece of chocolate wafer. It's a good size. It's crispy and it melts in your mouth like butter when you eat it. And I used to eat tons of these when I was living in Bethlehem as a kid. Every time I had some spare coins, I would buy these Alibabas, and it brings back so many good memories. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to hide this box from my family because my kids will eat the entire thing. So in this tart, which is really an icebox cake, the layers are made of South African tennis biscuits. They're called tennis biscuits. I don't know, you enlighten me. If you have anyone from South Africa, do you like eat these biscuits after you play tennis? I can't figure it out, but they're made with coconut. And since I don't have those here in the US, I decided I was going to use Biscoff instead. I think Biscoff would be a great replacement. You could probably also use graham crackers. So in this fridge tart, which is basically like an icebox cake here in the States, you don't make an actual cake. The layers are made with the cookies and they have icing in the middle. And then you put it in the refrigerator and when it comes out, it kind of tastes like a cake. It's so cool, it's like magic. And on top, they put crushed chocolate bars. And so I'm gonna put crushed Alibabas on top of mine. So it's gonna be this beautiful cake commemorating both countries. The filling is super simple, only 2 ingredients required, some heavy whipping cream and some dulce de leche that comes in a can. It's like condensed milk, but it has the flavor of caramel. You can use condensed milk, but the original says to use caramel, so I'm sticking to it. This is called La Lechera. They have these in a lot of markets. I get mine cheap from Target, or even a lot of Hispanic supermarkets will have this as well. I'm excited. I have company coming over, so I get to hear from them what they think of this cake. But right now, let's get to it in the kitchen and let's see how this magical cake is made. It's kind of ridiculous how easy it is to make this cake. First, just add a cup of heavy cream. No substitutes here because you're going to whip this up to make a fluffy frosting. You don't want your frosting to be anemic. So using a mixer, just whip this up until stiff peaks form. This takes about 5 to 10 minutes. You can do this by hand, but it will take longer and your muscles will be sore. After that, you're gently going to fold in an entire can of creme caramel, also known as dulce de leche. This is going to give the frosting that caramel flavor. Now, I want to emphasize you want to fold it in gently or else you will ruin all of that nice airiness that you created by whipping up the heavy cream. Like I said before, I'm going to be using Biscoff cookies for this cake. And for this cake, I'll be using a 13 by 7 inch baking dish. This will make about 2 layers. So divide the whipped topping in half, using half of it for this first layer and the second half for the topping. And the best part is cream. Time to chop up these Alibaba wafers. I think Heath Bars or Snicker bars would also work really well for this recipe. Choose whatever kind of candy bar you like that's easy to chop. So put half of the bars in the whipped topping and save the other to sprinkle on top. Again, fold the wafers in gently into the whipped topping, and now it's time to assemble the cake. Is adding the rest of the candy on top.
like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Still gonna
Yeah,
eat.
pretty good.
I just want to say thank you again to my viewers who have been supporting me for years. If you're new, please consider joining our family here for more recipes in the future. And if you haven't already, a one-stop shop for recipes and instructions is my Feast of the Middle East cookbook, which you can find on feastofthemiddleeast.com. We've got Palestinian, Moroccan, Syrian, Lebanese recipes here in one convenient place. It also makes a nice coffee table book. And thank you to my Patreon family. I love bouncing ideas off of you before I present them here on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.